Hi, and welcome to the lesson on the strongest chords. Okay, so now we're starting to get into topics of how songs are constructed, how to write songs, how to figure songs out. Okay, so to really get a good handle on touching on all those subjects, you want to first definitely really understand and have this under your belt for like your resource, and you want to be able to identify your 1, 4, and 5, 7 chords in any key. The more keys that you can do it, the better you're going to be. For instance, you already know the key of C so well, so you already know these chords: C, F, and G. C is your 1 chord, F is your 4 chord, G is your 5, 7 chord. Now I'm going to go over this stuff relatively quickly, then I'll come back and kind of break it down for you. The next line here is the key of G, okay? Key of G, just look for your first letter. Key of G, 1 chord is G, your 4 chord is C, your 5, 7 chord, it's a D, okay? And then the last line here, key F, 1 chord is F, 4 chord is a B. Well, in the key of B, in the key of F, your B is also B flat. You can use your transposing advanced chart as well to verify that, and then your 5/7 C will be a C7. Okay, so these are the three keys I chose to set up this example. So the reason why you want to really know your 1, 4, 5 chords, I'll just call it 1, 4, 5, but I really mean like 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 7. It's because they're their strongest chords. They're the easily recognized chords when you're playing, and they are the chords that really hold the music together. Okay, your number 1 chord is the absolute strongest chord. That means that's the total feel of that song. You have to maybe probably start in that chord, and you have to probably end in that chord. Not always, but probably most of the time. And your 4 and your 5, 7 chord are the chords that really hold it together. You may have other chords, but I think those 3, if you can always locate them, they kind of give you a bearing to where the song is. So let's say you're figuring out a song. You're gonna try. The first thing you're gonna try to do is locate your 1, 4, and 5, 7. Let's say you want to write a piece of music. I would start off with finding where your 1, 4, 5, 7 are located. And a lot of times in writing music, you probably want to pick a key that you are the most comfortable with. So in other words, you know all the chords, you know how to make all the chords in that key. And then after you kind of got an idea how the song you're creating is going to go, then you can transpose it to another key and then figure out the rest of the chords that goes with it later, and I'll show you that later. But getting back to this, it's very important that you know your 1, 4, 5 chords, and you just have a very strong and definite sound. For instance, C, key of C, I'm playing a C, F, and G. And I'm just doing a basic strum, C, F, and G, coming back to C. C, F, and then back G. So that's a 1, 4, 5. Now let me play a 5, 7 here. So C, 1, 4, F, 5, 7, G7, and back to C. I better write that down. G7. Okay. So you don't just be aware of it, but be able to switch between the chords. So in other words, instead of one way is to go from C to F to G7 back to C. Another way is to go from C to G7, F back to C. See what I'm trying to do is C to G7, F back to C. The main thing is that you can recognize these 1, 4, 5, 7 chords and play them in any kind of order. For instance, C, G7, F, back to C. Okay? So what I did, I played you two versions. Now here's another option. You can go C, F, G, F, back to C. C, F, G, F, C. So it will sound like this. C, F, G7, F, back to C. Okay, I'm keeping the strum pretty simple, but you know, with different styles of strumming comes different sounds of the music. Okay, so the point I'm trying to get across is that the songs, either if you're writing it or trying to figure it out, or just understanding the construction of it, these 1, 4, 5 can be played in any combination. Okay, any combination to create the song. For instance, if you're trying to figure out a song, the sooner you can locate your 1, 4, and 5, the sooner you have a grasp on the idea on how the song is going and where your points are, because the song has to travel between usually these chords. Okay, 1, 4, and 5. Now, I underlined very lightly the chords for the different keys. So G, here we go. G, 1, 4 is a C, D7 to 5/7. Okay. Let's see. I want to go G, D7, C, back to G. So G, D7, C, back to G. So I was doing that in a different key, locating my 1, 4, 5, but in the key of G. Next, we're going to go to the key of F. I'm going to locate my 1, 4, 5. Okay. But I'm going to do it in a different combination now. Okay. Because I'm giving you an example that I've located my 1, 4, 5, but I'm going to go in a different example. So my example will go F, C7, B flat, C7, back to F. Once again, it'll go F, C7, B flat, back to C7 to F. And it sounds like this. We're in the key of F now. Here's an F. C7, B flat, C7, and F. Okay? So those are some examples. Now if you look on your excuse me, your music code transposing paper, if you look on that paper or pages, if you want to go get it, pause the tutorial, go get it. We're going to start in a second. Okay, if you go look on that paper, on the last page, page number 4, you're going to basically see all the different keys, the breakdown of the different keys, and the 1, 4, 5s in all the different keys. Okay, so if you want to use that to help you, it's kind of like another guide that you can use. It also helps with transposing. It gives you an idea of what the 1, 4, 5s are. Maybe it can help you to memorize. Okay, so the goal for you would be to memorize at least 5 different keys. Okay, so start off with 2 keys. Well, start off with just 1 key. Okay, you got, let's say, the key of C. Started with that. Your 1, your 4, your 5, 5, 7. Okay, I know it. I can play back and forth. I can play with my eyes closed. I can play with any combination. Okay, now I'm going to choose one more key. This is just an example. You don't have to do this, but go for G. Your 1, your 4, your 5, 7. You can play it. You know it. You can play with your eyes closed. Okay, you learn 2 keys, 1, 4, 5. Try one more. F. F is a 1, B flat, 4, 5, 7 is a C7. Okay, learn that. Have that very comfortable. Memorize it. Now you know 3 keys. Okay, these are probably some of the easier keys to play. And then you go for 2 more. You pick it, and you decide what keys you want to memorize it, and get really comfortable with your 1, 4, 5. And you can also use that page 4. Okay, to help you out with the 1, 4, 5 and the different keys. Okay, so use the resources that was provided for you. to better help you there. Now, in the next tutorials coming up, we'll talk a little bit more about the song construction and some more chords. And you know, before you go there, make sure you really understand this. Got under your belt. You know what this is. You understand this concept. So then when you go to the next tutorials and so forth, it's not as challenging. It's not as hard. It should just be something that's added on to this for you to realize that, oh wow, you know, there's so much resources that I understand that I can use now for music, creating music, figuring music out. So when you think you got a understanding of this, move on ahead to your next tutorial, or please by all means review several times to get a better understanding. And when you're ready, we'll see you at the next lesson.